For those watching this YouTube video, I will be providing an expanded transcript of this video that can be read in over 30 languages. I encourage you to get on my mailing list and send this transcript and this video to as many people across the world as you can. I've got everybody on the Global Marijuana March on my mailing list now, and our goal is to legalize marijuana very soon. The expanded transcript will provide additional information so that you can learn more about what you can do to free Marc Emery and change the law so that all American adults and adults throughout the world can grow all the marijuana they wish without any form of government taxation, regulation, or any other form of government interference. And that, in essence, is my MERP model for marijuana re-legalization. In the weeks before the election and the inauguration of President Obama, he created the Change.gov website in order to gather policy recommendations from the American people. To Obama's surprise, the most recommended change from the American people was to legalize marijuana for both medicinal and personal use. Unfortunately, some weeks later, Obama made it clear that he didn't really care about the opinion of the American people, and he flatly stated, "I'm not going to legalize marijuana." This betrayal was further punctuated by a Zogby poll which found for the first time a majority of Americans, that's 52%, now support the re-legalization of marijuana for both medicinal and personal use. Whatever happened to that change we were supposed to believe in, Obama? In September 2009, Obama has another chance to change course and fulfill the will of the American people. He can show that he is changing course by stopping the extradition of Canadian citizen Marc Emery. Marc, editor of Cannabis Culture, was convicted of selling marijuana seeds to American citizens during the Bush administration. Of course, the real reason he is being extradited is because he had become one of the most influential global spokespersons for the marijuana legalization movement. Simply put, Marc has been persecuted in order to set an example for others that persist in demanding an end to marijuana prohibition. Like John St. Clair and many other truth-tellers, Marc has been targeted as another political prisoner in this senseless war on marijuana consumers. So if Obama wants to redeem himself before the growing majority of Americans supporting marijuana legalization, he must do the right thing and grant Marc Emery clemency immediately. Next, he must convene a special session of Congress in order to completely re-legalize the untaxed, unregulated self-cultivation of marijuana by American citizens over the age of 18. Just like the TARP bailout on October 3, 2008, he must do this in order to protect our national security against the invasion of this country by Mexican drug cartels that have infiltrated over 230 American cities. By doing these two things, the drug cartels will be destroyed within weeks without the expenditure of any further blood or treasure on the part of the American people. And Marc will be free to go back to his wife Jody instead of wasting 5 to 10 years in federal prison at the expense of the American taxpayer. You see, each year the Mexican drug cartels grow ever more dangerous because marijuana prohibition constitutes nearly 70% of their annual drug profits. That amounts to about $27 billion a year that by legalizing it under my model, the MERP model, that money would stay in the United States and deprive the cartels of their profits. So by simply allowing adult Americans to grow their own marijuana, the Mexican drug cartels will cease to exist and we can focus on other more serious socio-economic matters. This specific model for re-legalizing marijuana is known as the MERP model and is explained in detail at the following subweb of the New Age website. You will find this in the upper right of this YouTube video with other links where you can get on my mailing list, send transcripts to your friends that don't speak English, and that sort of thing. In a nutshell, the MERP model would allow any adult over 18 to grow all the marijuana they would like without any taxation, regulation, or any government interference. For example, there would be no control over THC levels or the amount you could grow. It is very important to understand that MERP absolutely does not preclude the issuance of commercial licensing or commercial taxation and regulation, but self-cultivation will be protected as a sacred, inalienable right, as it should be. The MERP model is finding growing support because it is the only model that can achieve the following four objectives. 1, destroy the Mexican drug cartels. 2, provide free medicine to the sick and the poor. 3, stop giving the police an excuse to kick in your door looking for marijuana or marijuana gardens. And 4, provide a counterbalance to the many liberties that we have lost in the wake of 9/11. And that would include the Patriot Act and a number of executive orders. Unfortunately, NORML, Marijuana Policy Project, and the Drug Policy Alliance refuse to discuss or endorse the MERP model. I would hope that anybody going to their conventions will spread the word about MERP. Instead, they seem to favor a tax and regulate model whereby the only way you will be able to purchase marijuana will be through what I call a government marijuana dispensary. In my opinion, this is utterly stupid for 3 important reasons. First of all, instead of being able to grow your own marijuana for free as you would under the MERP model, you'll be forced to purchase from these dispensaries that will be charging you between $300 to $500 an ounce. And if you grow it, it's quite likely you're going to be severely persecuted, if not put in jail. Secondly, why would we allow the same government that has been arresting us for over 72 years for growing and consuming marijuana, and now we're going to let them become our drug dealer? That's insane. And 3, a tax and regulate model will not fulfill the 4 objectives that I just discussed. It is high time that the people stand up and demand this change that a majority of Americans now believe in. So here is my final plea to President Obama. Either you free Marc Emery and implement the MERP model immediately as a matter of national security, or else we're going to rise up against you. And from this chatter at the recent town hall meetings, I would highly recommend that you cast aside your globalist agenda and start representing the majority of Americans that put you into office in the first place. What you have put forward so far is not the change that they thought you were going to give the American people. So, for those watching this YouTube video, I will be providing an expanded transcript of this video that can be read in at least 30 other languages. This expanded transcript will provide additional information that you can learn more about what to do to help free Marc Emery and change the law so that all Americans and people around the world can grow all the marijuana they wish without any form of government taxation, government regulation, or government interference. That, in essence, is the MERP model for marijuana re-legalization. As I say, please get on my list. Let's get active. Let's get this done. Let's get it over with. Let's not make a career of this like they are at MPP and DPA and NORML. Let's get this done and move on to some more important issues, okay? Anyway, peace and freedom to you. This is Bruce Kane. I'm editor of UH Citizen. Please visit my website and come to MERP Headquarters. Thank you very much.